Well, God bless you, my dear friends. Hallelujah. Let me tell you a beautiful story today that's found in the chapter 10 of the book of Acts. Here's Cornelius, a man, a devout man, a good man, was praying and he gave offerings. He was a very good man, but he was a Gentile. But then there comes into play a man that's called Peter, and he is a Jew. And God gives him a vision of some different kinds of food that Jewish people don't eat. And he refused. But God said to him, "What I have made clean is good enough. You better eat it." And so he obeyed. God was working and sending Peter to Cornelius, a man that was a Gentile. God, in a vision and in speaking to both of these individuals, brought them together. God gave a vision to Cornelius and said, "Go to find this man called Peter." And he sent his men to get Peter, and Peter was told to go to Cornelius's house. This was unlike a Jewish man to even walk into a Gentile house. But Peter began to realize that this was God. What I'm trying to tell you today, and please read Acts chapter 10 for yourself. God spoke to Cornelius, God spoke to Peter, and brought them together in one of the greatest meetings in history of the church, because that was the beginning of the Gentiles beginning to hear the message of Jesus Christ. And Cornelius and his household received Jesus. Now, God is working in your situation behind the scenes. He's coordinating the whole thing. You're praying, you're believing God for something to happen specially in your life. My mother prayed for me. She prayed that I would come back to God. God was working. God was answering her prayers. I would be driving the car to school, and I would listen to this old preacher out of North Dakota, and he would be preaching the gospel. I'm crying like a baby. I was still involved in fighting and stealing and drinking and all the rest of the stuff that goes on. But by myself, God was working. I would see the Salvation Army people, they'd be singing, and I knew I should be standing right beside these people. God was working. Mom was praying. Other people were praying. It didn't look like much was happening. It looked like things were getting worse as my name was put in the paper for stealing. It was crazy. But my mom and my relatives did not stop praying. You see, God was working on my end. God was working on their end. And in November of 1968, it all came together. And I received the Lord. And I started preaching 3 months later. Got right with God in November, started preaching and giving my testimony in February. Are you listening? I want to encourage you today, right now, while you're praying. God is bringing things together for you, for your job, your house, your spouse, your children, whatever. God is working, and He's going to bring it all together. Read chapter 10 of the book of Acts. It'll light your fire, babe. All right. God bless you. We love you. Bye-bye.